Good morning, students. In last lecture, we have started to discuss on the important and last topic of this hospital pharmacy and its organization. That is the functions and responsibility of hospital pharmacist, which are mainly divided into the four. After that, first we have completed was the central dispensing area. Then secondly, the patient care area. Now the third, the C, is the direct patient care area. Here, uh, the responsibility of hospital pharmacist are having the involvement of many things like identification of drugs which are brought into the hospital by the patients. Now, uh, patients several time bring the medicaments or the prescription from other pharmacy stores which are outside the hospital. It is the role of this person pharmacist to make a proper identification whether they are in a correct they are correct or not, because it is important to have a proper administration of all the medicaments which are prescribed by the doctors in the said hospital. Next thing is obtaining the patient medication history. Now it is another important aspect here also, like uh, in patient care area you have to make the uh, proper connection coordination, or you can say proper communication with the physicians along with the patients to make a linkage or liaison to have a proper flow of what the information regarding the problems faced by the patient. Problems means the different symptom signs of about the disease, so they have to make a proper record of this all details, and you have to uh, communicate means he has to send or give the same collected information to the physicians who are attending that department. Further, to assess the selection of drug products and their identities. Now, in India, this practice is not that much followed. Like the doctors are mentioning about the name of medicaments to be administered in the prescription. Here, mm, here means in other countries, what they are doing is the doctor is mentioning about the symptoms, and decision might be several time given to the pharmacist to make a choice of the drugs out of the mentioned or available in the pharmacy department. Okay, he also assists the physicians several time or doctors in selecting the dosage pattern, because due to the detail or more knowledge possessed by the pharmacist, okay, as compared to the physician about the medicaments, their dosage pattern, their schedules. They also assign the timing for the drug administration several times. Okay, so this is direct patient care area. Along with this, the pharmacist is doing the monitoring of the patient for the total drugs therapy for many things like effectiveness, or it can also be ineffectiveness, whether the drug is effective or not, that has to be monitored. Then side effects of the medicaments, if any toxicity is shown, and then any allergic reactions shown by the drugs to the patient, interaction between different drugs. Okay, and then whatever distribution is done properly or not, then Sometimes they are also monitoring quite important things, like there is a pharmacokinetic information, then pharmacodynamic information also. So these are the things which are collectively done in the monitoring services or monitoring responsibility of the patient and the medicaments administered by the patient. Next, counseling of the patient is another important function, okay, by the pharmacist. First, it can be about the medications which are self administered in the hospital by the patients, because counseling is important, or the timing again, the dosage, with what the medicament should be administered, like in with water, with milk, with meal, okay, or after meal, before meal, whatever it may be, that has to be properly counseled and to be told to the patients which are taking the self administration. Then also counseling is done for the discharge medication also, because the patient after getting discharged, they have to take the medicaments by their own at their homes, okay. And again, about this, it has to be properly told by the pharmacist to the patients. Then they have these pharmacists have to participate in cardiopulmonary emergencies. Now, these emergencies several time are needed to be attended by the pharmacist. Okay, it doesn't mean only nurse and doctor, that is physicians, will be attending. They have to participate also, like you can say procurement and or preparation of drugs which are needed in emergencies. Okay, then they can also do charting of all the medications which are given or administered. Charting means listing out. Then they can also take part in the uh, resuscitation of the patient if any problem happens, okay. In case of emergency, there are chances, so uh, they have to take part in these emergencies also. Next, the last function responsibility in the indoor patient is general responsibilities. Now there are many general responsibilities generally are there, okay. First of all, we can say is to provide in service training and education. Now as this department is related with many aspect, many things about the drugs, okay, and there are many persons who are having the use of this department, like pharmacists, nurses and physician. So their training, their education, if training we can say, it is related with the these employees of the hospital who are working actually, like pharmacist, they are uh, employees of hospital. Nurses and physicians, they are part of hospital already, so their training and education of students of again the same departments, like pharmacy students who are there, nursery students, or sorry, nursing students are there, and medical students. So their training and education is said to be a general responsibility of the hospital pharmacist for indoor patient. Then to provide information regarding the drugs to the physicians, nurses and other healthcare professionals which are there, or healthcare personnel who are there, okay, because they are said to be having the detailed knowledge of medications. Many functions are repeated, okay, but have to be separated as per the responsibilities which are there. Now similarly, at the start I just told that responsibilities or functions of the pharmacist are divided as per the indoor functions as well as outdoor functions. So we have just completed the indoor responsibilities. Now the outdoor pharmacist responsibilities. Again, these are nearly similar, okay, to which are described in the earlier section. However, some important features are given here. Now let us see in detail about this outdoor pharmacist responsibilities. In that, we can divide in three, that is A, B, C. The central dispensing area, patient care area, and general responsibility. Central dispensing area, pharmacist is ensuring about many things like a proper techniques which are used in the compounding. Okay, they have to uh, take care that all the methodologies or the procedures which are used for the compounding are proper or not. Okay, then as it is a central dispensing area, okay, then it has to provide the adequate record keeping and billing in respect of all the patient medication particulars which are there. Record keeping and billing, this is also we have discussed in detail. Now record of what? Again I'm repeating, records of investigational drugs, records of outpatients bills for the charges of the services and material which has been included in the bill. Then it has to be furnished by the department, and most important can say is the maintaining and preparing all the reports which are necessary to be kept in proper manner in the central dispensing area. Then next is correctly maintaining prescription files. Okay, the prescription files which are there has to be properly maintained. Then keep the outdoor pharmacy neat and clean or neat and tidy manner. That is again the dispensing area particularly which is there, okay, has to be proper manner. Next, patient care area. Now here the pharmacist has to, or we can particularly the outdoor patient care area, because here the patients are lesser in contact, means as they are moving away after getting prescription, fulfilling the prescription or getting their drugs, they are not admitted in the hospital. Okay, so here the role is lesser as compared to the inpatient or indoor responsibility which are there. So the first, patient care area, to periodically inspect the medication area on the nursing unit. Okay, medication areas which are there, okay, where the nurses were giving the medication, then again they have to uh, make sure that the sufficient amount of drugs are available, okay, as per the requirement. Other requirements which are there, like other than the medicines which are several times needed in the department, so they have to take care that it should be in sufficient amount. Then to identify the drugs brought in the clinic, similar as the uh, outpatient inpatient department, sorry, like medicines brought and recording the medication history. Then um, they have to also assist in the selection of drug regime, the schedules, again the selection of correct drug products and their entities. So this is already there in the patient care area. Monitoring of drugs, which I have already explained as earlier. Okay, everything is to be monitored. Then to have the counseling work uh, on the proper use of their medications and prepare the uh, medications for intravenous administration also, because here the patient care area is having the relation with this proper function, which is separate. Then general responsibilities which are there. Okay, the general responsibilities now nearly similar as that of the outpatient inpatient department. Like, see, to coordinate overall pharmaceutical needs which are there required by the outdoor services, and to exercise the proper or adequate control over such drugs which are needed by the outpatient department. Then to ensure that all drugs are properly handled and properly stored in the department, particularly in relation with the investigational drugs which are there. Then emergencies, they have to participate, like cardiopulmonary emergencies. Okay, their procurement, charting, and resuscitation included in this. Lastly, to provide the services in the education and training of pharmacists and pharmacy students, because here it is a outpatient department. We cannot include the nurses and physicians over here. Okay, or nursing students and the medical students over here. Only the, as it is the outpatient department, their education and training of only pharmacist and pharmacy students will be there, which is generally required as a part of their education, like diploma and degree courses which are there. Okay, and sometimes some nurses can also be there. So further, what we can say is these overall functions which are necessary to be done by the pharmacist. Okay, uh, they have to be properly read, and they have to be reminded by all of you, because it is a important point of this uh, syllabus, or you can say hospital pharmacist organization. So herewith here this second topic is completed. Then as per the syllabus, the third topic, which is from the first unit, is, that is C, is adverse drug reaction. Okay, I think Dr. G.M. Chauhan sir has completed this topic. Okay, adverse drug reaction, a classification, then drug interaction, pharmacokinetics, method of detecting drug interaction. These things sir has already completed. Now next we'll be starting about the community pharmacy. Now, what is community pharmacy? Okay, that will be starting in the next coming lecture. Before that, we are having a chart, okay, where we can make a collection of all the functions of the hospital pharmacy department. Okay, easy understanding, or you can easily remind all the functions which are there by the hospital pharmacist. Let us have an overview. Okay, how it has been mentioned in a circular manner. We'll start with the purchasing, yeah, at the top. See, ordering and store. So the house there, purchasing and receiving department. So its requisition and shipment means whatever requirements are there, and whether they are brought properly in the store pharmacy department or not. So this is the first function, you can say. Okay, which is having bi-directional flow. Then all the pharmaceutical companies to whom they have to contact for the making order of all the medicaments. So again, this is a bi-directional flow. Then if it is having central dispensing area, so it will be having the manufacturing the medicaments, in which solutions, orders, intravenous admixtures, and sometimes the ward stroke orders which are there where they are required to be compounded. Then training, we have discussed education and training, nurses, interns, students, and all others who are there. Their training and education can be done by the hospital pharmacist. Then administration, another important actually, they have the overall administration of the other departments are definitely along with the pharmacy department which is there. Okay, they have to make a proper control, and by proper coordination it is possible to have this administration done. Then in dispensing area, okay, it can be either inpatient or outpatient, or for the staffs which is possible. Okay, the dispensing which is the filled and records means they have to be maintained properly. Then about the narcotics and all the drugs which are properly under the control, which are called as controlled drugs. Okay, psychotropic or habit forming drugs which are there, so their dispensing and should be properly done. And important one another is the drug information. Now it should be done, given to the patients as well as the doctors or nurses. So again it is a bidirectional. If particularly the doctor, your patients are having any queries, okay, any problems, has to be properly answered. Okay, the reply should be given to the all the patients, or along with the counseling which is there, has to be done by the pharmacist in regard of the problems which are faced by the patients, or even sometimes by the doctors or nurses who are having problem about the drugs. They have to be cleared by the hospital pharmacy by the thorough knowledge possessed by him. Okay, so this is how the functional plan of hospital pharmacy department is there. So here with your this uh, second topic of first unit has been completed. Thank you for your kind listening. If you are having any queries related about this topic, you can ask individually on my number which is already with you. Okay, thank you, take care.